Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Presmal, and today we're back with some more SpellRogue. So, we are still struggling with trying to complete this Descent 6. We have got everything up to Descent 5 done. And now we're going to try back with Czar, because we seem to be having a lot more better luck with him on the higher difficulties overall. So, what are the choices this time round? I am thinking of taking the 4th, and I'm going to take healing from this, I think, is the best choice, right? Actually, no, we'll take the extra die, and then we'll jump in. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do, right? So, enemies gain 4 power on turn 4, don't like that. They start with Berserk, it's terrible. Turn run, receive a fumble, -1 dice. I guess I'll accept that. I think that's just, you know, longer fights is better off, isn't it? My first turn is just terrible. And we got 2 elites to the left with a relic chance. So yeah, and we got an event here as well. Let's do that. But how are we all doing? I am finding this marginally entertaining. As I am essentially just constantly suffering for no apparent reason. What I mean by that is I've been playing a lot of different particular games at the moment, right? And what I'm finding out is my output increased by 1 for each dice spent. Interesting. Not quite enough, but it is still pretty good. And I guess I'll put that there, just to make sure I've got some block for next turn. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of the games, and all the games now have reached that point where they're extremely difficult still, right? So it's becoming more and more of an issue of me trying to actually, like, complete stuff. Which is a prison of my own creating, you know, my prison of my own creation. Which is fine, but it does show a few different things. Increases 3... Oh, for each week on the target. Interesting. Superheat. I like that going up to 6, but not really. Right? Combustion, -2. Countdown the combat. I like Iron Guard. If I don't need to, I can chuck 6s in there and at least gain power. It's kind of worth it. Right? Plus, it's more consistent defense. I'll just take the gold here. I think it's worth it. Get my shard. Now, where do we put this on? 2 power, more defense. Or on a 5, apply 4 weak to the front enemy. Or on an odd, I gain Radiant. The Radiant can be really useful in just like having extra stuff to do that sometimes will trigger, right? But I'm thinking for the moment, I need better defense, and this will work wonders. The problem is, like, I always find that if you don't have enough defense, you can't put out damage, but if you mainly focus on defense, you just don't have any offense as well, right? So it becomes like a battle of a, like, you know, essentially pick your poison type thing, isn't it? Try and take this guy out first if we can. Would be nice. Try and roll that. That's great. Because that, it needs to kill. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of different types of editing it. Kind of worked, kind of didn't. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of different types of brain not functioning anymore now, apparently. Different types of games, trying different types of strategies, and having a mixture of success and disappointments with every single one of them, right? There is not much I can do about it, but I will accept that, right? Get more defense there and start dealing some more damage. He got a 5, that's 7 defense, it's really good. We should get the kill here. Just min-max a little bit to make sure that you know you're going to win. Because my brain is not doing calculations at the moment. Chaos Bolts, kind of interesting. Will work with the Iron Guard as well, which would be quite nice. And Blood Ward is interesting, but not really good. I'll take Chaos Bolts. It's extra damage output, right? Which is kind of nice. And if I do start gaining power, we have ways to benefit us on that front. And here we'll go for the Relic, because I should go technically for spells, but I kind of just want to try and get as much out of the stuff as I can, right? Could have gone there, but I do want the defense, so that is where we're going to go first. Just get as much defense as I can. Because just noticing, like, the amount of damage I end up taking is quite a lot nowadays, right? And we'll just put the one in there. It's not like it's a bad thing, it's just it's something that, you know, you tend to start to notice after a while, right? That everything seems to do more and more damage to you, and there's no way you can kind of get away from it. Put that in there, it might give me something better. Okay. Guess another 5. Go in there. We're fully blocked and we can just deal damage. Cool. But yeah, like playing some of the other games, noticing particular issues in, like, you know, how they're kind of being set up, or just like yeah, we're getting the power here. I think that's worth it. We'll set this up for like a big defense. I can't really do much when it does that, but the power on this for 12 damage as well is just way too good. Right. That's a full block though. We'll do that again. We get like a 2. Here we go. It will trigger the defense on it, so it's why we did that. Rather than going for like the 6 on this, which is going to be a lot better, but 12 damage. And it'll start ramping that up. I'm going to put that in there just so we can start maybe scaling some defense for it. And drop this in there just so the Chaos Bolts can be easier to cast for next turn. So I might need to do that. Okay. Not a good sign already. No, I could gain 6, which does diminish the damage. Should have attacked, just use the potion, because I'm going to use a potion anyway. My bad. Wasted the 4, I could have got an attack off. Yeah, nice. We have a mix of how much DPS we can deal. And again, I think I set up to get some defense for next turn. 24, that's insane. Gonna gamble this. Cool, it worked out a little bit. Just so I can get rid of the armor for next turn. And we'll gain some more armor there. And hopefully I was hoping we could get like enough to kill it this turn, but I guess not. But we should deal with it next turn anyway. Not bad, though. Like, only took, what, like 12, 13 damage, so... Like, that's absolutely fine there. But yeah, I've noticed, like, playing safe is not the way, and also is not kind of like, not playing safe, if that kind of makes sense. The Radiant on this is kind of good. Channel mana. I kind of like it, right? Plus reducing a target spell, which got 2, 3 spells we could probably use, although this isn't one we want to be reducing anyway. I'm going to reroll these, though. I think I can get something better. Volcanic Power. Putting ones in that could make it really good, right? I'm going to take it. I don't have ways to kind of defend myself. Or heal. But I think it's the best option. On 5s, gain that. Gain 2 max health. The 5s rolled is kind of nice to get extra armor for no reason. But will I get a 6 of them rolled to get more than 12 life? I'm just going to take the 12 life. And do I take the event here versus going the elite route? I have 2 fights here, or I have 1 fight here. Like, this fight and this fight could ruin me if I go that route. I'm going to take the event. I'm going to be a coward. I'll take 50 gold there. Like, this fight will kind of prove my point, won't it? If we made a mistake or not. Because we'll be, like, annihilated here quite easily otherwise. Could gain some power, but defense is probably more important. These guys are really annoying to deal with. So I can do that. At least gain that much armor. Okay. I take 1 damage worth of chip, and I don't need to actually take any chip. Come on, game. Like, be fair to me, you know? It would be nice. 7, 7. And then that's not enough. That is enough there to kind of fully defend, right? And then I will, like, gain 1 power if I do that. But losing 2 life for it is not what I want to be able to do, right? Okay, finally, they're doing something different. Like, finally, I can actually, like, you know, gain a bit of power or something and go from there. I need the 4 to go in that, but... do this. Don't need that. A 1. A 2. There's still a good amount of power. I will take it. That's enough there. Chaos Bolts isn't still enough, so... But this is what I mean with like one really bad fight and suddenly it's like I can't gain any armor from my stuff. So either I attack or just lose, right? Like that in lies the problem that I now have. So what I do, 9, 8, 7. I could take 1 out, I think, if that's the case. And there's no point me gambling it. We just take the kill. We accept the 7 damage from this guy. That's why we took the 12 health earlier. I couldn't really defend the other bit, so it was you know, better for me to do it this way. Nice. Okay, so a 3 and a 2 in as much armor from that as possible. Could get a kill if I'm lucky. Not quite. If I got the kill on that, I'd have loved it. It would have been hilarious for me. We can reduce it down to get another die. Do the same there. Man, that's awful. That was awful. We gained some power though, that's fine. And then, yeah, I guess we just set up the Chaos Bolts again. Chaos Bolts, guys. It is probably one of the best spells for me, I think. Like, I've got 2 ways to gain power, although one of them is kind of like a sacrifice more than it's actually a positive. And apply, deal 7 damage and apply it. It's too weak to a run out enemy. Short die, get 4 block for each one destroyed. Deal 13 damage if 5 or more die were spent. Roll 3 2-to-1s. Now we'll reroll these. $10 block and receive a wound. That's pretty good though. Over me. Okay, sorry about that. Now let's see. Infuse shield. Cauterize. So it does give me a really good damage. Like. Okay, I think that's actually really good. Cauterize. I'll take you. We swap you over because you're basically the same thing as this. And then the upgrade on this, I can actually use to heal life back from volcanic power. Now, I think I'm alright with rerolling this. And I think it's worthwhile enough to try and get something that could really, you know, be good. Extract is no way to gain life. And it's not quite what I need. Flame Visage is kind of interesting. Essentially just the reroll of what I just tossed away, which again, I'm not really a fan of. Gathering Flames. To actually roll a die. Anything that's like equal, so like 2-1 can go into here, gain a power, gain a critical. I might pick that up. It's better than Volcanic Power in the long run. Like damage-wise and scaling-wise. And it seems I have like some early game dice to use. Like, this seems great, but I can't heal the damage from it. And the critical on this is still good enough to actually, like, deal damage later. Especially if I, like, get Chaos Bolts scaled up. With, the Iron Guard. Man, that's an awful start. I think I actually do this, just so I can actually, block. Right. There's the wound die. Which we'll use again. We gain the critical, which is nice. So technically these get doubled. Yeah, and start thinking about using that. Like, will I get ever a chance to actually use the 6s to gain power? Sometimes, I think. I don't think it's, like, impossible. Two 2s will work. A 5. Technically, I've already got the block sorted, right? So go 2 4s to reroll a die. A 3. Nice. I could just put that in there. Which gives me enough block. Now, this is where I normally would, like, get ready to just deal the massive damage, but I'm going to separate out because I got block on them. Right? Just don't see the point. I need to fully block again as well, so let's just roll some extra die. Two threes, a 6. What's getting defense here? That's good enough. Roll that. You get a wound die that I basically don't need to use if I don't want to. Chaos bolts. Random, right? Cool, you landed on the one I didn't actually, that was actually pretty good for me. Nice. And I guess we'll just start dealing damage to this, try and take it out. Alright, so I need to defend for 12 this time round. Which I guess that's going there first, because it's 10, Get some rerolls going. Might as well do that and that. A 6. Put in there, gain the power. This gives me the armor, and then set that up. We're just going to take our time here, I think. Or at least as much of it as we can. Right? Hmm. 10, 14. The fact that I'm gaining power from this every so often is still pretty good, right? I just don't have enough die to basically benefit using this. Let me use that. Another 5. You landed on the wrong one for me. That's fine. A 2. That sets the block up. Now we're going to try and take this guy out. I'm going to try and remove this guy from the field because it's becoming very annoying on what they're doing. I mean, being able to use the ones, though, is kind of nice, right? And then getting that critical and then being like, okay, now we can just deal damage, but I need to defend her. Okay, 2 3s. At least that's, like, better than nothing. Apply marked. We take care of you so you don't have to worry about stuff afterwards. That'd be like a lot better. Again, I need to defend as much as I can. Ooh, a 6. The power gain isn't worth it. Not when I can defend. Right? Interesting. No, we'll use the 6 here, because it's just better that way. 1 wound die, put that in there. You reroll. Get another 1 back, get a 2 back. Again, roll there. Get a 5, put it in there to get defense. I'm safe, and then start the Chaos Bolts up again. I would like to do all the damage I can to you, but everything I do is just not going my way. Do the Cauterize first. 2 1s. Roll the die. Ooh, a 6. Well, getting the power, I might as well here, because I'm going to get that. Like it's a 1. Just 1 more hit, dude. 1 more hit. I could have defended here, but You know me, I'm an idiot. I just don't care anymore. I'm going to try and take that guy out. I never thought a game hated me at one point, but you know, sometimes I just see it. Sometimes you just see it. Okay, good. That's now gone. I don't have to worry about the silly stuff that thing does. That's a 6. We'll reduce that to a 5. Put that in there. It's fine because it does actually stop all the damage. So it's like 1 damage to stop 3. Which is still pretty good. And now I have enough for the Chaos Bolts. Cool. Dangerous fight. Dangerous fight. Really having to think about what I did there. Receiving a curse is terrible, I think. I guess it's fine, right? But their Dreadstone is always good. I always like Dreadstone. I always take 4 damage from it. It is the rule that I always abide by. Okay, so what we got here. I have to pay 50 gold and my spell becomes mute for 2 turns. Not great. Losing health causes that. Receive 3 curse. My first turn is just terrible anyway, but the curse could really ruin me. I'm already 1 die down. And I do get to reroll twice. So it might not be actually that as bad as I think it is. Yeah, we'll take that. My first turn is terrible, but we've already got, like, this to give me a 1, which means I'm only going to reroll an extra die anyway, because something else will definitely be a 1. And where do we want to go on this? I would like the shop, but that involves the elite fight. But I think it might be the best choice. Block. Destroy all, roll 3 die. Interesting. Crisis Orb is though pretty good, but then Soul Grasp is just DPS output that could save me. Now, do I try and go the event, or do I go this route to try and take the shop? The shop, what could it really give me? I don't think it could give me that much. Right? Interesting. Random spell. Yeah, I'll pay 90 gold for random spell. To upgrade a random spell. And it upgraded with the exact thing I wanted, which is gain power and critical. Essentially, I got what I kind of wanted from the elite fight, so we could just skip an elite fight anyway now. Precisely what I meant by the fact that I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get terrible die to start with, so like nothing has really changed. Gain the power, gain the fleet. I can fully defend if I wanted to, but there's no point doing that. Oh, nice. So and then we do this. I'm gonna take this guy out first, because, like, I think he's the most annoying one to try and deal with. Now I just go 25. Ooh, defend first. Don't be an idiot. Not what I really wanted to see. But I will do this. And then we got this to try and deal with. I could try and defend with that, but this is better, because then I don't actually lose this. Like, he doesn't, like, mute a spell for a turn. Hmm. Reduce that down. We've got a 1. Do it again. I'm mainly just trying to min-max and get as much as I can out of most of this stuff, right? Now next turn they're dead. I think Soul Grasp was the better choice, although I'm hesitant to pick damage debuffs when I could take the... Oh. I keep taking damage from Dreadstone for no reason whatsoever. Alright, interesting. Incendiary, don't like it. It's interesting, but it's kind of not what I'm looking for. Overall. Dex damage to enemies, destroy one at random die, making uneven. Then you can replace that random die or deal 2 times X damage to all enemies. Not really a fan of that. I've used it before, but I'm not a fan of it right now. Burn at both ends. I think that's really good. Inferno. I always do like a good Inferno. And a Boil. You know what? I've done Inferno before. Let's try Burn at both ends. Right? It's still a 4 I gotta put into it, except it doesn't count them. And I think with the power scaling I have, this and this could be really interesting. Right? On block, apply Rupture. Any ones you rolled, I gain Barrier and Fury. We don't really care about that. Each turn, -1 to countdown. Yep. So this gets -1 on it every turn, which is kind of nice. That's not what I want on there. Hotspot could be interesting, but we'll leave it for now. Because it just means I only need 5 rather than 6. Next turn it's 4, then 3, then 2, then it fires by itself. So it is actually kind of like worth it. Give me a 1. Again, this one, I said like I always get like, you know, 4 1s to start off with every single time. But again, like, how are you meant to defend against that? Oh my god. That's 20 damage by itself. Like, what am I meant to do? Survive is what we're meant to do. Just try and survive, right? Well, 2 2s can go there. Get a 4. Technically, I can't put the 4s. I can do, can't I? Yeah, 26. Look at that to a random enemy. I'd rather accept that I take that damage there. Because that's just better in general, right? We could do that, but it doesn't work, so... I take 2. Well, technically 6 overall. The snare happened on the worst thing I didn't want it to, but... we shall accept. And again, like... what am I meant to do to stop this? I have a 5, so we're going to put that down anyway. I have a 4, which can go on there. And then I guess we'll take this guy out. And then just kind of hope that... yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Man, it's a horrible fight. It is a horrible fight. Like, just trying to figure that out and, like what the best course of action is, it just seems like a nightmare. And I think I need to value being able to like deal enough damage on the first turn a bit more. Get some defense first. Gain a power as well. One shot. Cool. In a raise, gain a critical, deal X damage. Yeah, don't really like any of these. By the week seems interesting per charge, but apply 1 week, then double it. Heat wave. By 3 weak to all enemies. I do like that, actually. I think that's a really good way to stop loads of enemies, but I can't really use it. So, for the event, Earth, Water. Earth has some good spells, and so does Water. We'll try the Water one. Replenishes all. Just gain a small amount. Whirlpool, get a concoction, then re-roll into a lower die. Which basically is a free spell cast. Which is kind of interesting. I'll deplete, I get to roll it 1 more extra die. I don't play around with Whirlpool, but like not having this use its charge could be interesting. I'll pick it up. Hey, we'll pick it up. We got 8 life and a dream, guys. 8 life and a dream. And good, they're not all attacking straight away. I swear that this game, I probably roll like low stuff on repeat quite a lot more than I expect that I do. Oh, nice. We're just casting that straight away on that thing. I don't want the sap to hit me, which is the reason why we'll do that. This is just reroll all die, isn't it? So I can use it on the first turn of any fight, if I need to. Okay. Another 2, that's fine. Another 1. Another 3. That kind of works to my advantage, really. Got 10 armor there, so we're starting pretty good. Got a 5, 2 sets of 3, so the 5 just goes here. Almost kill that off, but we can kill it off next turn. I am fully defended, pretty much, so we can just chuck a Chaos Bolts out. I'll just take the kill. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll just take the kill. Okay, we've got 2 1s, 2 3s, and a 5 and a 4. Get defense first. Chuck this in. Now, I could just take 4 damage to try and kill that, but I don't think that's what I should be doing. I just have that feeling it's a bad idea. You know, because I'm also an idiot. Because I will just keep taking more and more chip damage, like, ridiculously, and then be like, oh, look, I can't do anything. Sap Life Force. Deal 5 damage and gain health equal the damage dealt. I do like that idea. This, though... Like, Sap Life Force could just be the thing to help me stay above stuff, right? And with the Whirlpool effect, if we have that in, plus Sap Life Force, I have ways to kind of like continuously use volcanic power and stuff as well without having to actually use a charge on it. It's an interesting build idea. Viper Rune deals 6 damage to front enemy. Interesting. Immovable Rune. +4 block, -1 charge. And Crystal Heart. Well, this can't get -1 charge. It just gets 4 block for free, doesn't it? Though this gives me 4 block and only being able to trigger... Yeah, because I'm only using this to trigger itself, so... Oh, I thought I could put it on there. That's unfair. Like, why can't I put it on this? Fine. Iron Guard is still good. Like, I can't lose the charge on it, so I can... Because now I can put 6 in there, but the extra block is still worthwhile, right? Shame. Shame on me. Now, do I just gain max life here? Couldn't even put on Cauterize because you couldn't lose that. That's really annoying. I think I swapped that out for the Whirlpool now. Right? And Gathering Flames is still good. Iron Guard is kind of there for my defense that I need. Chaos Bolts is kind of the payoff for the power scaling. Sap Life Force could get me out of trouble late game though. I'm gonna gain them more life back. I'm gonna risk it. So the Sap Life Force I'm using as like a sort of like 1 turn crit effect. At least that's what the plan will be. Before we do anything else, we'll do this first. Okay, cool. That is very annoying. I get 8 block for doing that anyway. Just do it again. That should give me a little bit more. I guess we set that up. Then we're defended. So I want a Whirlpool, then wait, and then cast this, right? For like a cheap cost. Like that's the whole plan of what we're trying to do here, and then defend as much as we can do. But the snare is terrible on this. So we get the concoction up. Put 2 in there. So it doesn't use the cast. This is going to be so good. Although this does ruin my plans now. I think let me just use this on this. Just to make sure that we're not taking any more damage. I just need to make sure I gain power at the moment and gain that critical off there. Like, that's the only things I really care about. Everything else is kind of like, eh. Don't mind the weakness, don't mind anything else. Just, need to make sure that I can, like, cast this stuff on repeat. 2 4s, not really what I wanted. I guess we'll just deal the 18 damage. I know I've ruined my Iron Guard, so I will get rid of it. I'll have to trade it for a different type of thing. Essentially. We'll do this on that guy, so at least he swaps over, so I don't have to deal with the issue of what he's doing, and then we'll probably attack this guy in a moment. Still got the critical up, so that's fine. Do that and that first. Get another 4. I could save the 4, actually. 2 3s. So then we do this to reroll that. Put the 5 in. So we actually gain life. And then gain some armor. And burn at both ends. It could have gone really terribly for me, by the way. I am liking the fact that my sap life force is always constantly up, though. Right? Yeah, we'll just use that to gain an extra power here. They're not attacking, so I don't see the point in doing anything else. Just end turn. I can afford to take 1 snare if I want to go that route. But again, like, I don't see the point in doing so. So unless I have a 6, there's kind of no... Actually, there is a point at least kind of doing this, so I do gain at least 1 power, right? And maybe I would have got, like, maybe I would have got a 6 to gain the power from here as well. Okay. Another 1, that's terrible. I don't know if this game hates me, or... it's just not a fan. We'll just burn at both ends or something. There we go. Gain some block, because why not gain the block here? I do like Whirlpool with Sap Life Force is really good. Plus I can use it with burn at both ends to make sure I can deal even like greater damage later, right? Although the plus on this is not that great. But you know, it can work to my advantage. It can work. The thing is, I need the 4s so I can actually, like, trigger this, which is what I was trying to do. So we do this first. That's not what it is. Sap Life Force. Because only just 24, we'll do it on this one. To swap him over to the other face. At least I thought it would. My bad. Miscalculation. You do more damage, so you're going. I guess I take 15 from you then. Got a 3, cool. I could really hurt myself there. Let's leave it. I have a concoction up, so the first spell I use won't use a charge. Gotta remember that. Have to remember that. I could look to deal the damage here first. Just give me healing, but will make me... Yeah, that's not a good idea. That's fine, we'll just do this then. A 5. I could defend, but like I don't have enough to defend, so I guess I'm doing this. I need the critical up to do it, so... And then just hope I hit the one I want. I did not hit the one I want. That's taking a lot of damage. Is that a kill on me? Not quite. Okay, so if I do this... Randomness. Randomness. It's the thing I hate the most. Okay, the 6 I've got to keep. And so the 5 as well. 2 2s can go in there. Nice, that sets that up. We do this. Gonna fall back. Sap Life Force from this guy. Burn at both ends. Just on something. Cool. You get removed, although I should not have taken damage for that. That's really annoying for me. I guess get some block and set up Sap Life Force again. And just deal damage to you. So we can guarantee the kill next turn. Do that. And that. Oh, I got lucky. And Sap Life Force. Oh, I don't know. We gotta be fair. We can't use any charges from my Sap Life Force. We're not allowed to use any charges, right? Oh, defend first, just so we're at full health. There we go. Ah, this is great. This is great. Okay, I'm not losing a die, just get critical every turn. We're already gaining that, like, when we need to. Turn 1, get 3 ether die, which reduce countdown is terrible for the build we're going for, so reroll all of those. First 3 is split into 3 1s. That actually is pretty good. Like what we're trying to build, right? -1 die to get 15 fury each turn. Again, I like that. Like, because if we're looking just to deal, like, massive amount of damage, right? With Sap Life Force, Gathering Flames, things like that, like, I'm still gaining damage and eventually can just heal up what I need to. So I do lose 1 dice. But then that might benefit me in the long term. We're taking it. Rage Blade, let's go. Let us go. So an early shot could be interesting, and turn 6 receive 30 damage. Turn 1, all enemies gain 15 block. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind getting 15 block. Odds are I can't do much to them anyway, and fights will go on longer than that. So yeah. First turn are always terrible, right? Like, I can't do anything first turn regardless, so that just fuels me even more. So yeah, my first turn is always just an absolute, like, mess. Doesn't matter of anything else. There is not much I can do except gain a bit of power and some armor. I'll do this first, actually, because, yeah, the concoction allows me to get more armor from this, right? Yeah, do it 1 more die. Not that that helps. Yeah, I guess we just end turn. It's going for the reshape, so we've got to try and deal damage to it if we can. 47. Interesting. The current issue I have is the fact that I've got no targeted spells, right? Do this. Lots of 1s. Ooh. Roll that. We have a concoction, so goodbye, I guess? No. Oh yeah, I should do this. My fault, I forgot to take armor before I did anything else. Now it's gone, so it didn't make a difference. We could just go burn at both ends, but we'll gain power for that at some point. We'll get my other critical, gaining other power from this though, so take no other damage, and yeah. Just defend myself. I'm actually liking this build. It's kind of interesting, right? Burn at both ends is kind of that scaling of, like, being able to just deal stupid damage, plus the fact that I have the Fury to kind of also benefit from that. So, like, I do 64 damage. I practically one-shot anything on the field at the moment. So I can just go both of these into that, get the reroll, which is kind of nice. So now I've got the power to one-shot. Now I have the power to one-shot any one of those. So we can just do it. Before we do, we gain some armor. Because it is smart to gain the armor first. Took the guy at the back out. And I guess we'll just save up to sap some life force. Life goals. I do like Fickle Barrier. It is a pretty good barrier for like 2, but it requires quite a lot of die to go into it, so I'm not really that much of a fan. Kindle is interesting. Again, does give me that chance to get like more consistent dies, like 3 or 4s could be a lot more useful. Fireball, again, I have to spend die into this to get it out, which I don't really fancy doing, so we're going to reroll these. Or no, we don't. We just take 1 and change it out for like Hotspot or something. Keep Chaos Bolts still. So I can sell that in the shop here. It's worth more than that. So, Fireball's gone. Volcanic Power is a dependable one. Heatwave's gone. Cauterize is still not better than Iron Guard anymore. That's the hilarious thing. So we'll disenchant those 3. Now, what I've been given, Ember Storm, interesting, destroy a die, roll 3. Can be pretty good. Wellblaze Orb, deal 5 damage to a runner enemy. Hit once for each die spent. This is kind of that payoff card I was talking about earlier, but the issue is I would not be able to get more hits out of it because of this, the Hammer of Mana, which is not quite what I want. Grim Right, though, power and fortify. Plus every 5 turns it will trigger by itself, and they got to then just like mute a spell, which would be like Gathering Flames or Whirlpool. Interesting idea. We use Grim Right quite a lot though, haven't we? We have used it quite a lot. But it might be the best for me to choose. And Tendrils is just gold gain, which I don't really care about. So Ember Storm, Grim Right, between those 2 really. I'm going to take Ember Storm. I'm going to pick that up, and then we'll get something from here. Preach 4 attack spells, gain a power, and then we're not really casting 4 attack spells. Our 10th spell, dealing damage. We're not doing that either, so I guess everything gains weakness. Then we get another artifact. Turn 1, gain a power. Or die at +1 value in countdown slots and X effects. +1 on this. +1 on this. So is this a +1 then times by 3, or is it a times by 3 then add the 1? Is my question. And turn 1 gain 2 barrier. That's actually really good. Will help me kind of like deflect some awkward numbers when I kind of can't really defend though. Power increase, I don't really care about that. Countdown effects. It also means like this can be triggered a lot easier as well. An extra 1 damage on that, which is just 3 damage. Is it really worth it? +1 defense when I can just get 2 defense every turn anyway? Yeah. Was overthinking it. And I guess we'll just take that potion. And we'll carry on. Chaos Bolts I kept because I think it's really useful. I will go for this elite fight. I think it's worthwhile. Do I care about this? Not really now. Like, Volcanic Power seems interesting, but like I'm not going to be able to cast it consistently, so I will just get rid of it and see what other spell we get. Gain 6 armor. If 4 or more dice were spent, gain critical. Interesting. Gain fire, gain radiant. Don't mind that, but... Pirates are the more defense. Which I can just chuck 6s into, or it can be cast itself. Technically it's a 5. 6. Twice. I'll pick that up. Do I want it instead of Iron Guard? Not really. With Whirlpool and stuff, like, I've got more better options for now. And we'll hopefully face off against a very nice fight here that I can actually deal with. So we're going to see. We are going to see. Well, that gives me another 3 to use. That's fine. And gain my power as well. Don't need to block, but I can deal damage though. 56 straight away. It's stupid. Check the ones in there first. Get a 5 back. Interesting. Annoying that lands on 3s, like, so I kind of like using 3s for stuff. So, what are we gonna do here? I'm taking 24 damage. Yeah, we're just gonna start duplicating some die up. So I go Whirlpool. Iron Guard. Then do the Whirlpool again. And 2 more Iron Guard. So we got as much defense as I can possibly get, right? Like, I can't get any more defense than what I've just got. And then we're gonna burn at both ends. Whirlpool is MVP. It really is. Like, I honestly wouldn't have thought that I could benefit from that as much as I am. Right? I would like to use this, but I think it's going to be terrible. I might as well just accept the 28 I'm going to be hitting myself with. And just hoping that I can get more out of it later. Oh, I guess I could double this and then I can just like one-shot it back. Okay, so this is kind of good enough, right? There we go. Sat by force Whirlpool, like. I'm amazed at how much this is actually working out for me, right? Oh, nice, another one. Whirlpool. Into gaining like 8 armor. Whirlpool. Into that. Into that. I don't take a stupid amount of damage. I have 78, but we could just do this and get the one shot. But I need to defend first. Defend first. There we go. Burn at both ends. I am actually enjoying this run. It is difficult in the sense of like the start and the setup and stuff, but it's actually not that bad. On an odd, you can just gain block. You just count by 1. Ashen plating. Interesting. I like it, right? What's it got on there? +2 block. Like, late game, it's kind of better than the Iron Guard in a way. Because I could actually just, like, repeatedly cast this alongside other stuff, right? But I have to kind of get it set up first. That's the issue I have. I never doing Falling Fire, although it's actually still pretty good. Sun Shield is interesting, but it's not what I want. Although it is kind of semi-useful. In the sense that I could kind of repeatedly use it, but I guess Ashen Plating is what we want. So. I think Ember Storm is really good for this style of play that we're going for, right? Although I would love to have it more. So if I get a 4, I basically can just generate extra die at the end of a turn to kind of use where I want to. And it's 1 to 3s, which could go into Gathering Flames or other stuff as well. Maybe. Nah, Ashen Plating, I think, is the way. It synergizes with everything else, plus it's a defensive tool that I can use. And every time it gets cast, it's going to, like, decrease its value as well. And what have we got here? I guess we're selling that, and that. For now. Chaos Bolts could be really good, but I guess no. I'm going to get rid of it. I know it's probably really good, but I'm liking the build we have. It's more interesting, right? Convocation. No, we don't need that. The meme is interesting, but no. Omniscience, don't care about it. Dark Star we can't pick up. I guess we just get a random artifact, right? To set the dodge up. For each second time losing health, gain 1 power. For a spell dealing damage each turn applies 2 weak. On health loss, gain a delayed block. I guess we'll take the Twisted Scimitar. Like, this would seem great, but I'm not planning to lose health, right? I guess I could do with this. I need another way of losing health as well in a turn. And I guess I sold the other way I could lose health. Like, I don't really need to be able to use that, right? I guess it does help me scale power, but the weakness could save me. Right? Lose 3 spells, choose again artifact. Lose Hammer of Mana. And choose to gain a rune. Or lose max life, which is fine to gain a shard. What am I upgrading if I gain a shard? 2 to 6 on this could be a lot better, actually. Right. Ashen Plating, just getting more reduction. Iron Guard has already got the upgrade. Sap Life Force to hit everything or just give it more attack. Hitting everything could be interesting. But it means it's difficult for me to cast it early. Burn at both ends. Deal 4x damage. And then double it afterwards. Or just lose less life. I am not too sure. I mean, I think the Whirlpool getting the reduction, because I can just use it more easily rather than having to wait for a 5 or a 6 every time. And I think it's worth the 17 max life. Right? We'll have to see. I might be punished for that. I might be punished for it, but if I am, I am. You know, it's the way it goes sometimes. It's just the way it goes. So we don't know what you're doing. You're doing nothing. Charging up an attack. Cool. That is fine. There isn't much I can do anyway. Do we just gain power from here? No, we gotta set the crit. If we can. If we can. Just gonna chuck that in there. Just so I trigger it enough to where I can actually, like, have a chance of triggering this. And then... do I just try and start triggering the Ashen Plating to get the plating ready? I think I do, right? I trigger this now, so now it's at 1, which means the next turn is at 10. Like, okay, yeah, I wasted getting defense on that, but it might make it easier to cast later when I actually need it, right? 6, nice. So I guess chuck a 4 in. We'll sap some life force. Actually, no, should we sap life force, or should we just go there and do 100 damage? We're doing 100 damage, folks. And then we've lost all of our stuff as well. I need to defend, don't I? You know, I make silly decisions all the time, but it's fine. Get that armor. That armor. I guess I'll shove that into the Ashen Plating. Do I cast this now? No. Yeah, but the Sap Life Force with the Fury bonus that I gain as well, plus then I double it with the critical, is, like, really working out quite well. Like, I didn't think it would do, but it is really useful. Mental Reservoir unlocked. It's not even a spell from this class. I guess we'll do that. We can heal up. We can kill this now. So that's gone. I do take damage because that's my own fault. A 5. We can create a 4 with that. Another 5. Nah, save the crit. And set the Ashen Plating up to be triggered straight away. You know, that's going to help me out massively. It is kind of funny, isn't it? Like, with the rerolls and stuff that I end up having, like, I end up, like, doing quite a lot of, good setup. Where I can almost, like, just one-shot particular enemies when I'm ready to go for it. So, like, here I can just go Sap Life Force and just destroy one thing. We'd like to kill you off, but that's probably a long way away. So we just kill this guy. Heal up, I take a bit of damage. Right, yeah. So I reroll this first, it will lower it into a lower end. Gets me at 1. Fine, I'm getting 7 armor. The game hates me. What am I going to do? Nah, good news is you're doing nothing this turn. That's great news. Not quite the kill, though. I guess it kind of is, though, isn't it? Reroll that to get lower 1. It becomes a 1. Hmm. 2. Don't use that yet. You're gonna heal up here. 62. That's so unfair. So much life I've got to try and get through. Give me the 1. Nice. And a 4. Bit of chip damage could work wonders. Set that up on there, just so at least it's going to be, like, almost taken out next turn. I swear this game is just trying to annoy me. Right? Do I actually die from this? No. For life in a dream. A1. That kills me. Interesting. The Dreadstone trigger happens before the healing from this. So that generally would have killed me if I didn't actually do the Iron Guard first. Oh my god, my brain cannot handle this sometimes. Sap Life Force. Take the hit. Oh, we heal afterwards again. That's awesome. And I guess we'll just gain armor and cast this. I guess it kind of makes sense, maybe? I'm not too sure on that. Apply burn to target spot, applying 1 charge to it. Kind of cool. Incinerate. Incinerate? No. And infuse shield. I'll take, actually, do we have... We don't have anything else, so I guess anything is just... Yeah. We'll just take anything. I think we're pretty much set up, though, for this final boss fight. I have very little health, but I'll gain 6 max life, just because that's just going to be useful, and we'll face against the final boss. So, can we win, is the question. Do we have enough scaling? Are we set up? Will we have a good time or not? So remember, every turn we do gain 30 damage, right? Regardless of anything else, we do gain at 30 damage. So it's not like we can't deal damage on repeat, right? But this is a bit more difficult than maybe we should be. But hey, I'm going to take it. Like, the moment we get the Ashen Plating down to 0, like, or 1, that's going to be really useful. So that's what we're kind of aiming for. The other things we're looking to do is just, like, Whirlpool, and then just, like, trigger this to kill one thing off. Which in this case is this guy. So he takes a bit of chip damage, that's great news. Get a 1 and 2 4s. I do like that. Gain 10 there. Put this one in there to help the Ashen Plating out, and then gain this to gain the other bit, so we're at least like defending enough next turn. 50 damage is still enough to one-shot one of these guys if we want to. Which guess is going to be one of them. Does it actually kill it? It does kill it. Cool. I need to defend before I do that. I have 2 3s. This is terrible. Like, the hard choice to, like, check my 3s into here to, like, do what needs to be done. And a 6. This will give me a 1, which means I can trigger this. So we cast this on that guy first, so I take the chip damage. We then use the concoction to trigger this to heal back up to full. Turn that to a 4. Gives me a 1. Because I actually gain more from the actual plus than I do the dice. So it is actually worthwhile me to split that. This is kind of hilarious, right? Like, I'm playing around in, like, ridiculous ways instead of actually, like, trying to do what I'm meant to be doing. 2 4s. Keep that 4 alive, because it's useful. Another 4. A 3. $24. Nice. I am having some very good setups. And like the moment I can cast this again is the moment that it just kind of like I end up one-shotting everything or doing this and here to deal 90 damage to one thing. The issue that I have is whether I get the turn to relax to do it. Right? Kill that guy off. And do that first. We'll put that in there, gain the armor here. Then do this. Get a 4 back. And set that up. So this triggers anyway next turn. I can't use Whirlpool this turn, basically, is what the game is telling me. Which is disappointing. Because I like using Whirlpool. I'm just going to gain as much defense, and I guess we'll set this up for next turn so I can actually, like, one-shot something again. I swear I've cast this more than twice. But that could just be me, right? That could just be me. Ooh, a 3. Another 3. Lots of 2s. So that's a lot of damage, which I can't survive from, right? But we can kill this one off. Take damage from it. Chuck that in there. Then... I guess throw this in there? No, we want to keep that for the armor gain. So that deals with that. We then use this. So I can get a 4... and 7 to minimize as much damage as we take. Hey, I'm liking this. Sap, Life Force, and Whirlpool. What a combo. What a combo indeed. Technically this one-shot's one of them. Right? Nice. We'll do that first. Split that die. Do the same again. Two 2s, I guess, go in here. Get a 4 back. Or I can chuck the 4 in there. Gain armor. Again. Which is enough to defend. Cool. Oh no, not my Gathering Flames. That was the whole reason why I kept going with this build. Check a 1. 2 2s. I have 5. Do I... Yeah, I need to set the crit up, plus whatever I get out of this as well can be pretty useful. A 6, that's nice, so we can do this for the concoction. Get the one-shots on nothing, but I do get healing. It applies weak to it as well, doesn't it? So... Okay, they predicted the Whirlpool. Like, I swear this sometimes just likes to do this stuff to annoy me. Okay. Defend. 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 Cast it, remove the hand from the field. And then next turn we'll maybe stop the Fuke trying to regen stuff. Get into the 30 damage though, which means I probably could one-shot one of these guys again. Why do they keep doing that? Like, the fact that the break always lands on the one thing I don't want it to land on. A 3, that's good. A 4. Nice. Keep the Ashen Plating going as well. I think I'm getting outscaled is the issue now, right? Especially like the one at the back. I need to be able to one-shot that thing at some point. And I can probably do it this turn, so... deal as much damage to it as I can. Don't worry about scaling or getting crit or anything else. Just do the one-shot. Do this first, just so we get an extra die. That's a kill. Get the full heal. That's kind of important. Now I should try and defend. Again, just keep the Ashen Plating going. Take a bit of chip, but it's fine. The main thing I want to try and do is just stop them gaining as much power every turn, but I guess I can't really do that easily. Two 6s. Interesting. I mean, it's kind of worth it, in a way. But I need to defend, don't I? Rather than attack. Use this first. Get a 3. In defense. Do it again. Cast that. You regen, take a big hit. Really predicted this. The one thing that would have been able to save me this turn. Interesting. Well, that's actually pretty good there. So I can do this into this. Gain some armor back, I guess. Chuck 2 more into there. Gives me a 4. Which I should use this. Burn at both ends. Okay. It's worth taking that out there. That way. I think I'm good now. I think I'm good. I'm not too sure. Just because this game is starting to really, like, not like me very much. And I'm getting very close to that point of, like, no return. Good 2 2s. At least it's worthwhile here. Cool. So we've got 60 life we can gain back somehow. We will Whirlpool to do this first. I gotta try and take this guy out if I can. But now I need to actually, like, defend. It's just more and more difficult every single time. Okay, 2 3s. Let's start with that first. Into 2 4s. Not really what I wanted. I might actually have to use this to get the 1. Right. I don't like doing that, but I think I have to. And then we, like... That doesn't kill me, but it might ruin me. I guess we'll try and take this hand out. Five and 3. And then just not a 6. A 2, that's fine. I have a crit set up. Right? I got 88 damage on that. I'm taking 14, so we can kind of defend ourselves here. We can kind of defend ourselves. A 2, that's pretty good. A burn at both ends does not kill me. That takes weakness, that's pretty good. We get a 1. Okay, I've got a crit. He's got 20, 18, 99, 84. Will this be enough? Probably not. I'm gonna have to take a gamble, aren't I? It all comes down to me taking a gamble. Okay, 1 in 3. Let's go. Did not get the 1 in 3. Oh, I'm just like... I was so close. I was so close. I probably could have played that better. But that was an interesting build. Like, I enjoyed that. That was really good. Like, the Sap Life Force, the Whirlpool combo is just something we kind of just have never been able to do before. But yeah. Shame. A 1 in 3 chance of winning that to losing that. That's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? But yeah, again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.